Don't worry, Ben. I'm not planning on going swimming anytime soon. Link getting a concussion was perfect retribution for that awful joke at the expense of poor Ben. Okay, so now we have... Oh, sorry. Ah, sorry. Actually, why am I... Now I feel bad for killing him because I don't need the money. But now we have the way into the next temple. Or at least there's another mini dungeon before the next temple. Fun, isn't it? So, before I finish off recording, I'm going to solve the grand puzzle that is the stone tower. But first, I need to remember how to get there. The first and greatest battle of them all. Also, my map. Meep. It's not a meep. I keep accidentally turning off my map. Okay, that's a boss rush place. And we need 16 hearts to do everything there. So, we'll wait until we have 16 hearts to actually head there. But up this way... Pardon me, skull thing. Up this path. Stone tower. And that pretty much just shows you the gimmick of this place. There are switches, you press the switches, pressing the switches moves blocks. And that's all there is to this place. Die? Nope, he's immune to those. I know he's not immune to this, though. Have you ever just had one of those days? Those ones where you're trying to kill something with a bomb and you end up just blowing up yourself. And then you fall off the ledge because of the explosion. Link just went through a boulder. Explosions! It's a Michael Bay movie suddenly. Also, this area gets really bad performance. Or has really bad performance. Okay, so we want to leave a shell of me here. Wait. It's gonna be hard to remember, but I'll get it down. Especially since I need to play it a trillion times to beat this dungeon. Ben. Also, I feel like at this point in the game, people start talking a lot about the symbolism of Majora's Mask. So I suppose I should do that. Because, I mean, this game is one of my favorite Zelda games. And not to spark any debates, but in my opinion, this is the best Zelda game. It is not my favorite out of all of them, but I believe it's the best. I'll get into that probably later, but got it. Sorry. Remembering that song is hard. But there's a lot of symbolism in this game. Among the most popular of this symbolism is the stone tower. Well, obviously, because we're in the stone tower, and that's one thing I was going to talk about. There's the stone tower, and there's the division of the 5 portions of the map, which a lot of people are like. A lot of people dislike the theory I'm about to dispute, but it seems pretty undeniable to me, at least. Can I hookshot that? I don't think so. didn't think so. But there are 5 areas in the world of Termina. There is Clocktown, there's the Southern Swamp, there is the mountains, the Snowhead Mountain, and there is, there's the Great Bay, and then there is the Valley of Icona, the Canyon of Icona. I don't remember how to solve this puzzle. And in the Valley of Icona, or starting in Clocktown, it progresses with how the game progresses. Sweet, got it on the first try. It progresses in this. The game progresses in what mirrors, intentionally or not, the 5 stages of grief, which is a psychological principle of the idea that after going through a trauma of sorts, oh come on, people are prone to experience the 5 stages of grief, which are first denial, then anger, then bargaining, then I completely forgot number 4. I just busted a big hole in my... Ah, dang it. Okay. There's denial, anger, denial, anger, depression, bargaining, then acceptance. Or I might have mixed up 4 and 5 there. And then I'm just making myself seem dumber as by the second. Wow. But in Clocktown, there are a lot of people arguing about how there's no worry that the moon is not going to fall out of the sky. That's denial. In the Southern Swamp, everyone is blaming the monkey, and to the point of killing him. To the point of killing the monkey over the missing princess. They're upset about that. They're angry. When you get to okay, yeah, it's bargaining, then depression. Sorry, I was mixing up my stages of grief, but when you enter Snowhead, it's full of, well, I mean, there's no hope anywhere until you show up as Darmani the hero, and so everyone denies and bargains. They bargain for the fact that Darmani is still going to save them. That's really it. They're just like, okay, well, Darmani's gonna save us, so I don't really have any good... This is why it's a theory, not a blatant fact, but there's the bargaining of the people that their dead hero is going to save them. And then when you get to Great Bay, there's Lulu in the deep depression after the loss of her children, the loss of her eggs, and then there is the Canyon of Icona, where everyone is already dead. They just accept it. So it's just a fun theory. It's nothing meant to be taken too seriously. As with all theories, it's meant to be taken with a grain of salt. Okay, so something appears to be in the way. Maybe am I just supposed to move my guys all over to here? Maybe. But it's just a fun theory. I explained it as probably as little, with as little eloquence as humanly possible. Okay, I'm starting to get the song down. Yeah, my explanation was sloppy to say the least, but okay, that goes down and over. Get out this and this. I'm still... But yeah, that's a fan theory, and it's a fun one. It's an interesting one. It's an interesting look at it all. I don't know why I got the Deku mask out. That's something to note. The Deku mask is the Deku itself, just like as when you're playing Link as the Deku, is too light to press any switches. Okay, yeah, I pretty much got the song down by now, because I have to play it a billion times. But it's a cool song. It's very eerie. Has a nice eeriness to it, befitting like what it actually is. It's the creation of an empty shell. Okay, so I have no idea what these buttons do, but I'm pressing them all. Okay, yeah, got the song down. But yeah, that's the theory. Clocktown represents the denial stage of grief. Southern Swamp represents the angry stage of grief. Snowhead represents the bargaining stage of grief. The Great Bay represents the depression stage of grief. And the Iconic Canyon represents the acceptance of everything. Just the fact that everything here is already dead. There's nothing left. Also, I probably did not need to set up any of that. What just happened? The map was like, this is Link dramatically. Yeah, I think saw something up here. There we go. Yeah, that's just a fun stage. Or a fun idea. Gosh, I can't even talk anymore. Then again, when could I talk in the first place? Stylish. Oh wow, that was very action. Okay, so I suppose that means we should leave a shade here. No. Okay. Yeah, it's funny when you as you start to play it faster, it starts to sound like a happy-ish tune. Okay, so that drops that. But because we moved the statue that was there, let's get out the hook shot so we can go further up. Luckily, we only have to solve this big puzzle once, because there's an owl statue at the top. Spoilers, if you don't like having the location of owl statues spoiled for you. This is not the button we need to press next. The button we need to press next, I believe, is actually further down. So let's go further down. Oh, come on, Link. You totally had that. Yep. Order of operations. So, now I become... Was the one up there Zora? If it is, I'll be up there in a moment so I can fix it. Done. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, pretty much 50% of the entire time spent working on the Ikana dungeons is playing the Elegy of Emptiness. Okay, yeah, I did accidentally use the Zora twice. But that's okay because the block stops the block. If that makes any sense. It doesn't. Can I reach it from down here? Looks like it. Oh, never mind. We go further up. We need the Goron for this one. Okay. Yep, there's the path. But first we need to be the Goron to hold this block in place. Honestly, my commentary's just been bad today, but I really need to record it because starting sometime next week, I'll be getting my tonsils removed, and then I can't record for quite some time after that. And then I was talking that the whole time through playing that song. I couldn't even hear it. So I now have the muscle memory to play the Elegy of Emptiness. But yeah, actually 1 week from the day of recording this, the 28th of April, I'll be having my tonsils removed. And I won't be able to record much for like a week afterwards. So I'm trying to stockpile recordings, and that's that, really. I can do this. Do these buttons do things? No. They're like the fake buttons from earlier that don't do anything. There's good. Oh, there's redeads up there. Cool. I actually didn't know that. I was wondering where the groaning was coming from. Up and away. Speaking of fan theories, like I was earlier, a lot of people like to relate this place to the Tower of Babel from the Bible. Bible. But yeah, a lot of people like to draw a comparison between the two, which makes sense, but I don't really want to explain why it makes sense because it'll kind of spoil things, kind of. But pretty much, this tower was built as an insult to the goddesses. Something that I'll be able to show off more readily a little later. That's just a commonly accepted ideology. At least more commonly than the whole, what theory is it? It's more accepted than the whole ideology of the 5 stages of grief. Because I don't know why people don't think that one's correct, because I mean, everyone thinks differently, but it seems pretty obvious to me. But it's time to end off this little long, been recording for 2.5 hours at this point. It's time to end off this long recording of Majora's Mask. At the top of Stone. Something want to fight me? You want to fight me? Excuse me. Somebody want to fight? I hear flapping. Just gonna. I don't want to solve this puzzle yet. Thank you. But yeah, it's been a good hour, 2.5 hours of recording Majora's Mask. I'm trying to hype myself up to end the episode. I did not outro at all throughout this whole thing because I just wanted to get through a bunch of episodes and be ready for when I get my tonsils out, because that's going to be a really fun thing. I'm probably going to record the entire Stone Tower Temple before I get my tonsils taken out, and that'll have me covered for like 2 or 3 weeks after the whole procedure, so that's a thing. But right now, right at this moment, I am done with recording Majora's Mask for today. Honestly, we did a lot. It started with us in the middle of the first day, and now we're approaching the end of the second night. Actually, between episodes I might look at guides and stuff, and I think I just unplugged my controller. Yep. This ending is a mess. I might look at guides and stuff and see, or possibly try it out myself, try and see if I can complete the temple in one day, because it is the final temple of the game. It's a pretty, I keep stepping on these switches with their dumb cutscenes. It's a pretty dramatic conclusion. It's a really awesome temple, but we'll see if I'll be able to complete it in the time I have left, and if so, then I'll do that. If not, I'll find side quests to do. But I do suppose that is it for this set of episodes for Majora's Mask, and until next time when we take on the tower, keep on, or the temple, sorry. Keep on keeping on. I'm ending it now. I probably should have done it with the whole talking to that. These episodes are so bad they're good. I'm hoping these episodes are so bad to the point that they're good. They're probably just so bad that they're bad. Until next time, keep on keeping on.